Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. I'm wondering what's the end goal? How long are we going to be in Afghanistan providing all this aid? What's the plan? Can you codify that in one sentence? Are we there forever, or what are we doing?
You know,
What's our mission?
we're dealing with a really tough environment in which to protect American interests. Our goal is to protect the American people, first and foremost, to secure the release of American hostages, and multiple Americans, as I said at the outset, are still
I get that.
Still there. We want to continue relocation and resettlement operations. Thankfully, those are continuing.
Okay, so that apparently costs a lot of money. The strategic national security interest. Can you talk to me? Can you talk to us about that? I mean, are we hoping that Afghanistan is a bulwark against Iran? What's the national strategic security interest that it costs us billions of dollars to be there? I'm trying to figure that out, because what I feel like is that we got in a fight with a bully. We lost the fight. We got punched in the face. He took our lunch money. And now we just keep on paying the lunch money in hopes that he doesn't beat us up again. So tell me the national security interest here.
You know, I'm sure you've seen the same reports I have. Brown University estimates we spent over $2 trillion in Afghanistan.
It's gone.
20 years.
We're not getting it back, right? We don't think we're getting it back,
The investment that we're making now is radically, by many, many factors, more modest.
I get that. We're not over there occupying the country, but that doesn't tell me what the national. Are we trying to somehow safeguard the $2 trillion investment that we spent in Afghanistan? Is that what you're telling me?
You know, I'm going to revert to our national interests. And
sir, you're the guy. It says right here, you're the Deputy Assistant Secretary. They sent you, so you should know this. What is our national security? Can you describe it for anybody?
Our national interest in Afghanistan is to ensure it never again becomes a safe haven.
It is. Terrorists. It's a terrorist superstate, brother. Are you kidding me?
That's not our assessment.
It's not your assessment, but it's reality. Can you talk to me in the remaining time about the security chief of Kandahar and the Taliban intelligence for foreign service, or whatever they call him? His last name. There's 3 last names here, I guess. Abdul Rashid Munib. Anything you know about him traveling to North Korea in pursuit of nuclear weapons technology and cooperation?
No.
Are you aware of it?
Absolutely not.
You don't know anything about it, so that's a false claim.
I've not heard of it. I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Please do.
I'm curious where you're getting that report.
Okay, it's been widely reported on open source. What about their interest in taking nuclear weapons from Pakistan, the Taliban?
I've seen no indication that they haven't.
And you've heard no reporting to the same either?
No.
Okay, so you will run that down. You will run that down, and you will report back to us in the classified setting that apparently we're going to have.
I have doubts about whether it exists, but I'm happy to take a look.
Okay, I hope you do. All right, and I'll give you my information when you give me yours at that time. Let me ask you this. We had a conversation a little while ago where we were talking about people from the Taliban traveling, and you kind of implied that there was an agreement that they were restricted from travel except for the Doha portion, where they were given a waiver, right, because they wanted to go travel and work out the arrangements, right, of the American withdrawal in Doha, right? So the Taliban leaders were allowed to travel during that period of time. But the waiver expired. We didn't take it from them. The waiver expired. So right now they're prohibited from travel. And you're the guy. You're the guy for this administration. So can you tell us why the United States voted 15 times? The waiver expired in 2022. In 2023, the U.S. voted 15 times to grant waivers to sanctioned Taliban members. Why did we do that?
Because we see as a part of an overall strategy of engaging all Afghans, and that includes the Taliban, in order to protect our interests. We see it as in our interests.
So it's in our interest to let terrorists travel to places like North Korea or wherever else they want to travel.
To occasionally meet with senior members of the Taliban in order to talk about issues to do with fulfillment of their security commitments, the release of American hostages.
So let me ask you in the remaining time about the release of American hostages. We're paying them billions of dollars. This poor slob, this poor guy, Ryan Corbett. I don't know if his family's here or whatever. What are we doing to leverage the billions of dollars to Afghanistan to get this poor guy out. And, you know, this lady up here asked this poor woman here what she's doing about depression and mental health. This is a terrorist superstate with a regime that is criminal and terrorist and act like animals, like she can do something about that. What are we leveraging the billions of dollars to get this guy out, to get the other people out, and to ameliorate the circumstances of women and children in that country? What are we doing to leverage that?
So you talk about leverage. The kind of normalization that the Taliban seek, it's about sanctions relief. 135 Taliban members are still subject to 1988 sanctions. That includes an asset freeze and a travel ban. They want a normal relationship with international financial institutions. They want the return of $9 billion in assets that are located outside of Afghanistan. They want to seat their permanent representative in New York. They also want diplomatic accreditation. All of that is off the table until they stop taking American hostages, until they get girls back in school at the secondary level and the university level, allow women to participate in public life, and until they take additional steps that would give us greater confidence they take their security commitments seriously.
Sir, I appreciate your answer. I got to tell you, it's hard for me to remain calm here. I don't know how to tell you this, but people in hell want ice water. And the Taliban's not going to do any of that stuff because they don't have to. They have what they want. Plus, they have billions of dollars from the United States to just keep coming in while they keep doing all those things. I yield.